Something slightly different today. I'm about to give a presentation to a group of realtors, and one of the things we're talking about is prioritization of tasks, and I'm taking them through an ease impact matrix. And as I'm preparing that for my presentation, I thought I would also share that with you. So you are seeing the basic ease impact matrix. This is a decision-making tool. You can find out more about this in my course on decision-making. Obviously, the links to those are in the description below. Today, I'm focusing specifically on this. This is to help the people I'm presenting to with prioritizing. What we're going through is a bunch of changes that they're bringing to their business. This is for prioritizing those changes and ultimately determining what is not actually relevant, what shouldn't be done. What you're seeing on this graph is somewhat self-explanatory. We determine how easy something is to do. The further to the right it goes, the easier it is, or rather I should say, the easier it is, the further to the right it should go. This is increasing ease, and the vertical axis is increasing impact. And by impact, we don't mean two things crashing together, even though it sounds like that right now, bit of construction. What we do mean is the impact on the business. So what kind of a difference will this make? Will it make your business more profitable, more effective? Impact in terms of positive impact in driving the business towards its goals. Once we get to this part, we've already gone through understanding or selecting what are the changes that need to happen to the business. And what we're going to do at this point is plot those on this matrix. So we're going to take all of those, write them all on virtual Post-it notes, and start to plot them all around, and do that with a discussion of this. How easy is this? What does it mean to say that this is easy? And how impactful is this? What does it mean to say that this is impactful? And in the end, we'll have everything on this chart. Now, some of this stuff is relative. This is an important part of this. Not that you determine whether something is easy or not compared to something else. It has to be easy or impactful on its own. But what you might notice happening is that something, it might be very high effort right now, but when this other thing is done, this thing becomes lower effort, and so it becomes easier to do. So you can move it up that scale. So understanding that as well as you plot all this out, and you'll really only understand that once you have everything on here. So the first thing you want to do is get everything on the board and then reorganize as required. And after that, we start to choose what is actually going to get done. Now, everything that is in this quadrant, if you're using this matrix, this can also just be done as a simpler table. But in this matrix, you will see that everything that is up here is high ease, high impact. These are things that are easy to do and make a big difference to your business. Everything in here is what you prioritize. That's where you start. Simple determination. You've got your list of tasks. But what about everything in the other three quadrants of the matrix? Well, everything that's down here, you shelve. I don't want to do this, and I certainly don't want to do it first. If you can get rid of it altogether, all the better, because it is difficult to do. It doesn't have a big impact on your business. So the first question you have to ask yourself is this actually necessary? What would happen if I don't do it at all? Is that an option? But now you're left with these two quadrants. How do you determine what to do or how to prioritize what's left in these two quadrants? I want to say everything in this quadrant you've already done. That's prioritized. You've done that before you look at anything else. Everything in this quadrant is low impact. It's not going to make a big difference to your business, but high ease. It's easy to do. Everything in this quadrant here is more difficult to do. It's lower ease, but it's high impact. It makes a big difference to your business. I always suggest alternating between these two. Go back and forth. You want to work on the projects that are going to be impactful on your business, but because they're not easy to do, because they're strenuous and will require time and effort, do one up here and then get yourself a quick win. Everything down here doesn't make that big an impact on your business, so it's not high priority, but it's easy, and we do need to get those quick wins in so that we can feel that we're making that progress. If we only are doing the difficult things, even though they're impactful, psychologically, that's a lot more to get into. If we can balance that with some quick wins, then we're seeing that movement and that improvement happening much more quickly. So go back and forth between these two quadrants until you've done everything in these two areas.